Would you believe me that this little e-reader is barely larger than the size of a credit card? It's absolutely crazy how fast this company, that's less than a year old, has jumped up to the absolute top of the sales charts. Propelled by word of mouth from content creators like me, and its unimaginably small form factor, it's a great little device, but it's not for everyone. Big thanks to XTE Inc. for sending this device out to me for test and review. Now I can be one of those content creators, helping propel the little company that could. The XTEINK X3 is the smallest e-reader that I've ever seen. It sticks to the back of your phone. It helps you fight the damaging allure of doom scrolling and tethers you to the more enriching act of reading literature instead of consuming garbage content. But again, it's not for everyone. Why is that? Let's talk about it. Before I go into this device and its caveats, let me just say that I absolutely love this little thing. It's pocketable, it sticks to your phone, it's insanely lightweight, and it's making its way into that growing market segment for people like me who want to prioritize life, personal growth, and wellness, instead of just sitting on apps all day, feeling bad about myself or getting angry. Anywhere you go that your phone can fit in your pocket, this can fit in your pocket too. And all you have to do is flip it over and start reading. Anytime, anywhere. It's relaxing and freeing all at the same time. Also, because the back of it supports MagSafe, it easily sticks to your phone or any kind of MagSafe adapter. You can also attach any kind of MagSafe accessories directly to it. These are the features that sold me on this little guy, and it's really helped me to cut through distractions and focus on what really matters in my life. It gives me a productive thing to do with any idle time that I have when I'm out and about. It's really reinvigorated my love of reading simply because of the convenience. The amazing thing about the features of this device are that it lacks so many, and I feel like that's its strength. When I think about an e-reader, I don't need a tablet replacement. I don't even use tablets. It's just not really my thing. I'd rather use a laptop with a built-in keyboard and mouse. It's more versatile, productive in my workflow, and more powerful for all the tasks I do as a content creator. When I want an e-reader, I just want to read. That's it. No videos, no note-taking apps, just reading books in my leisure time. That's where the XTEINK X3 comes in. It cuts out all the noise. It gets me to stop looking at my phone. In this little device is just a bare bones UI. I mean, look at this. You have the ability to open files, folder system, scanning codes. You have a way to cloud add books to this. You have syncing to Wi-Fi, and you just have some really minor settings. No bookstore, no backlight, no apps or videos or note-taking features. It's just an e-reader, and that's all I want it to be. It's small, it sticks to your phone, and it has incredible battery life. It offers up to 10 hours of reading time, so that should last the average reader about a week before recharging. It's ultra thin and lightweight at just 58 grams and 5.1 millimeters thick. It has a paper-like display with a 259 pixel per inch high-resolution e-ink screen for glare-free, eye-friendly reading that works well even on a device this small. It's easy to read with one hand, with its responsive buttons and gyroscope control that allows you to either use a tactile click or shake the screen to turn the pages. Those are huge pros in my book. As for the downsides, it doesn't have a backlight. If you're thinking about reading this in the dark, you'll need to get creative. There are MagSafe adapted reading lights that you can easily stick to the back. I'd recommend going with one that has either red light or a very dim light so that you won't bother your partner in bed or your seatmate on an airplane. This is only a minor annoyance though. Most airplanes have a seat light you can use, or you could even just use your phone's flashlight in bed to help you see your reader. It's not really a deal breaker. I believe the next iteration may be adding a backlight, if the rumor mill can be believed. That will only make me love this thing even more. The other downside is that the UI doesn't really hold your hand when it comes to loading this up with books. It comes with a removable SD card right up here, so all the book finding is really up to you. It also includes a little mini SD card reader to USB that can allow you to plug it into your computer to make dragging and dropping the files easier. One place I'd recommend starting would be a website called Project Gutenberg. It's a free library of public domain ebooks, and you can easily download these and slap them onto your device. There are other options, just make sure you're looking for DRM-free EPUB files, and you should be fine to drag and drop them onto your mini SD card. These are the classics I've added so far, and I'm already at a point where I have enough books to read to fill up over a year of daily reading. I've got Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, Bram Stoker's Dracula, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, Gulliver's Travels, Leaves of Grass by Walt Whitman, Les Miserables, Paradise Lost, Peter Pan, Plutarch's Morals, The Call of the Wild, the complete works of William Shakespeare, The Great Gatsby, The Jungle Book, The King in Yellow, The Last of the Mohicans, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, The Prince by Machiavelli, Treasure Island, and Ulysses by James Joyce. The software loaded on this device is very bare bones. You just really have a file reader, a Wi-Fi connection, ways to transfer books, some minor settings, and the books themselves. It doesn't always read your book files super well and can garble the text a little bit at times. I suggest using something like Calibre or other apps to help optimize the text layout for easier readability. It feels like when I'm using an emulation device like the Anbernic RG35XXH, it's an amazing device, but not the most user-friendly. It requires you to do some homework and learn how to use an operating system that doesn't hold your hand. That's actually a strength to me though. I like tinkering, I like figuring things out and customizing them. How unlocked this device is, while a con for less savvy users, is a pro for me. I enjoy figuring stuff like this out. The unlocked firmware makes this a pure developer operating system with zero third-party restrictions, so you can choose your adventure when using it. There are even some custom firmwares people have developed on GitHub that are an excellent addition to the device if you hate the way it functions out of the box. It doesn't have a touchscreen if you're used to that, but I'm not the biggest fan of touchscreens. I like how tactile and simple this device is. The biggest con that actually matters to me is the way it charges. It uses these magnetic prongs. I would have much preferred USB-C so that I don't have to bring an extra cable. Luckily, there are third-party dongles available that interface USB-C to this magnetic prong charger, and they're small enough to drop in your pocket or throw on a keychain. I still wish it was natively USB-C, but the battery life means that charging isn't a daily occurrence at least. My experience with this device has been honestly magical for how simple it is. I found myself laying in bed with the side lamp on dim, reading until I'm ready for sleep. I've used it on trains, airplanes, and waiting in the doctor's office or DMV. I can sit on a bench at the park and read comfortably when I need to take a load off after a long hike. It's extremely versatile. The little flick of the thumb to turn pages feels really satisfying. It barely sticks out as far as your phone's camera bump, so I don't even notice it in my pocket. The weight and size are extremely negligible. I honestly find myself picking this up more now than reaching for my phone or a physical book because it's so simple and easy to carry around. It's increased my love and frequency of reading by a large magnitude. So in the end, the XTEINK X3 is a dumb device. That's not a pejorative term. It's a dumb device with a specific purpose. It's designed to save you from all the ills of the techno-dystopia that we've been living in. Yeah, it's not as analog as picking up a real book, but it's far more portable, holds plenty of literature, and encourages me to read in situations where a book wouldn't be practical or possible. If you're willing to overcome the obstacles of an overly simple, not super intuitive UI, lack of a backlight, non-USB-C charging, and the fact that you'll have to go out and find books on your own and figure out how to get them onto this thing, then this could be the perfect device for you. It's truly been the perfect device for me, but it's certainly not for everyone. I hope in the next iteration that they add a backlight and USB-C charging, and then this would be insanely recommendable. Still not for absolutely everyone, but certainly for far more people. In its current form though, I still love it, despite its flaws. It does what I want an e-reader to do. It lets me read books in a simple, distraction-free format. With a bit of upfront work to learn this device, you'll have thousands of books at your fingertips, anywhere you go, without the bulk or excess bloat of conventional commercial e-readers. I love an underdog story. And XTEINK is an underdog that's going toe-to-toe with the likes of Kindle, Nook, and Kobo in the e-reader space. That's a Cinderella story that I can't ignore and that I actively root for. In this world that is always trying to sell you the newest and best thing With full novels of feature sets, the XTEINK X3 stands apart, and I truly love them for it. It's simple, it's convenient, and it does exactly what's advertised. If you're willing to tinker a little and figure this device out, it could become an everyday part of your life the way that it's become a regular part of mine. So what do you think of the XTEINK X3? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you as always for liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, and watching in general. Please remember to enable notifications because I really don't want you to miss anything. And with all that being said, I will definitely see you in the next video. Take care.